Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. I just wanted to share a quick word with you. I'm going to be reading from Hebrews chapter 11, verses 13 through 16. I'll put them in the comments below. I'd also recommend you get out your Bible, read the whole chapter, read the whole book. It's a wonderful book. But it's about faith. It's about Jewish believers who have come to faith in Jesus Christ, but they've received some kind of persecution. It's from family members, from other Jewish people who have not come to the Christian faith. They're being outcast from their normal social circles. They're losing because of Christ. And so this book is to encourage them to continue in Jesus Christ, to not forsake him, to not leave him behind in spite of all the difficulty that they are receiving. And so that's what this is about. In Hebrews chapter 11, the writer is going on and he's telling us a bunch of examples of Old Testament saints who endured and persisted in faith, looking forward to that coming Messiah. And so that's the context of what we're looking at. In chapter 11, verse 13 through 16, it says, "These all died in faith, not having received the promises, but having seen them afar off, were assured of them, embraced them, and confessed that they were strangers and pilgrims on the earth. For those who say such things declare plainly that they seek a homeland. And truly, if they had called to mind that country from which they had come out, they would have had opportunity to return. But now they desire a better, that is, a heavenly country. Therefore, God is not ashamed to be called their God, for he has prepared a city for them." So in speaking of these saints, speaking of Abel and Noah and Enoch and Abraham and Sarah, he goes off on the sidebar saying that they were called out by God. They were called away from a homeland. They were called to be different from the world around them. And at any moment, they could have turned around. They were not compelled by force by God. They were compelled by faith and love and by the mercy and the grace of God. They could have turned around at any moment. They could have returned to their old way of living where things were easier, where things were more comfortable, but they didn't. They did it because they were seeking a better homeland. They were seeking a heavenly homeland. They didn't want what this world had to offer. They wanted what the Lord had to offer. They wanted righteousness and justice and peace. And as a result, they were willing to leave behind everything in their lives. We today, God hasn't necessarily called us, not all of us, to leave our homeland. We don't have to move from our home or even our hometown. We can just follow him by the way that we live. But that's going to make us stick out. We're going to be different. When he calls us to not run in the same circles that we used to run in, not because those people just are going to defile us by being in their presence, but because those people are doing things that we should not be doing and that we should not be associated with. When we insist on things like truth and righteousness and justice, we will be unpopular with a lot of the world that's around us that is very unfamiliar with what truth is, with what righteousness looks like, and what justice consists of. So we have the opportunity at any moment. You can turn around. You can go back to this world. But rest assured, if you do that, you will also perish with this world. And that's the message of Hebrews. Do not turn around. Do not forsake Christ. Press on towards him in faith and obedience. In everything that you do, think, say. Serve him with love, mercy, and grace, and compassion. But serve him in truth and righteousness and justice and peace, no matter what anyone will say about you, no matter what anyone will try to do to you. Make the Lord your strong tower. Make him your sanctuary. Make him your comfort. Seek the home that he has for you and forsake all that this world has to offer. Do not turn around, but seek the Lord with all your heart. Seek him in your word. Obey everything that you see in his word. Be faithful to it. I thank you so much. I love you all. Have a wonderful day.